All right, so Brent, what is the most meaningful work you've created so far?
Thanks. Yeah, so I was wanted to talk about a show of paintings that I had up last year at Union Hall. The show is titled Mountains Are Mountains. Um, and it was kind of my first, it was a work that I created since early 2020. So it was a couple years of work. It was several bodies of work, and it was really my first solo exhibition where I felt like, um, I had a really, like on one hand, a really cohesive body of work where everything fit together, but also it was showing like several or a handful of different projects.
Mhm.
And when the opportunity came up for this show, I felt like it came up kind of quickly, and I wasn't sure what it was going to look like in its final product. Were all the pieces going to go together? And it kind of felt like putting a little mini retrospective of my recent works together, and it was really rewarding to see um, lots of different projects fit together. And I was actually able to see like some of the narratives that were happening throughout my work in different ways that I hadn't been able to see before. I think in my work, I'm always pushing myself to be, um, changing what I'm doing and moving on to newer and different things. And sometimes it doesn't feel like I ever have enough work that just can belong in one place by itself. And it was really rewarding to see everything fit in together. Um, and so that was kind of me working as an artist, but also me working as a curator, and being able to like tell those narratives of how my work has evolved over time. A lot of that work was about, me working through my identity as a Japanese American, and how those two different cultural backgrounds, can sometimes be in conflict with each other, and that's how that's influenced a lot of my work. But it was also a lot of work related to my exploration of Zen meditation and Zen philosophy, and then some really like new experimental work in abstraction. So it's kind of bringing together things that felt like so different to me, um, but feeling like they really belong together. And then last year, I also curated a show with the Artists Association of Pittsburgh, called Plain Silk Uncarved Wood, which was a show of 8 Asian American artists, including myself and including you. Um, and that also kind of came about like unexpectedly. I wasn't, hadn't really been interested in curating, and then this opportunity came up. And I was just like so excited to show some of my favorite artists in Pittsburgh who happen to be all Asian American artists. Um, and that was also an opportunity for me to really try something new, think about art making from a different perspective, thinking about it as a curator rather than just as an artist. And I learned so much from everyone involved, and learned a lot about my work and about curation. So it was just like a really fulfilling process, and really exciting that both of those things were also so well received in Pittsburgh.
Awesome. Thanks, Brent.
Mhm. Thank you.